Hi, my name is Stefan Neff. I am one of the authors of the IBM LTFS Enterprise Edition Redbook. Today I want to show you how easy it is to install and configure the IBM LTFS EE product. Before we start, ensure that all required Linux software packages are installed, that all needed product install packages, the LTFS EE and the IBM LinTape device driver package you have available on your server, that GPFS is installed and configured and the GPFS file system is ready for usage with your LTFS EE program, and a logical partition in your TS3500 tape library was created before and tape drives and tape media was assigned to it. So let's begin. The first step we're going to do is we're going to verify that GPFS is running. For this we use the command -startup -a. In the next step we're going to build for the LinTape device driver the compiled package from the source files. You can see on the screen where the RPM package was stored. Look for this line here. Root, RPM builds, and so on, this RPM package. In the next step, we're actually going to install this RPM package. Once we installed the LinTape main package, the device driver, we need to install the LinTape daemon. The LinTape daemon does not need to compiled. It comes already as an RPM package and therefore we can install it straight away. Now we continue with the LTFS EE product itself. The first thing we need to do is we need to extract the binary delivered files from IBM. It will automatically extract itself. While extracting the files, there's a query where you have to enter 1 and press enter to accept the license conditions from IBM. This is extract of the binary install files, will extract the needed RPM files for the product and will give you a nice install script with which you can automatically install the product. We're going to use this installation script with the parameter -i for installation. You can see on the screen it automatically will check if the prerequisites are met, all prereq packages are installed, and will actually install the different RPM packages which are needed to run the LTFS EE product. Now we have installed the LTFS EE program files. The next step we need to do is we simply need to configure them. To configure the product, there's an additional script which we can use to configure all we needed, even if it's a single cluster or if it's a multi-cluster node. In our case, we're going to set up a single cluster node, and therefore I use the command LTFS EE_configure. This configuration script will guide you through some basic configuration steps. The first question you have to answer is where you want to install the so-called dcache. The dcache means the metadata of the LTFS EE program, and you have to select therefore a GPFS file system. And the installation script shows you the possible options. In our case, we have only one GPFS file system here available, and so I'm going to use this for the dcache storage. The next question is, which GPFS file system do we want to manage with the LTFS EE product? So in our case here, it is the same file system. I have only one GPFS file system here, so I use this again, select option number 1. In the last step, we need to specify which logical library partition we're gonna use for this installation, and therefore we get a list presented of the automatically detected logical partitions of the attached tape library. In our situation here, in the lab setup we have, it's the library partition which ends with a 409, and therefore we're gonna choose the option number 6. And basically this is it. Now the configuration script has ended, and we are almost at that point where we can start up our fresh installed and configured product. To start the product itself, we need to find out from an operation system point of view which change in number our logical library has assigned in the operation system. Therefore, we're going to use a catproc command to identify again the change in number from our logical partition in the Linux operating system. In our case, we are using the logical library partition with a 409 at the end, and this has change in number 9 associated from the Linux system. Now we're going to start up the first part, the LTFS EE daemon. Once this is completed successfully, it is now the final step to start up LTFS EE. Before we're going to do this, we want to confirm that the DSM recall daemons are running. We can use a ps-ef command and just simply grep for DSM, and then we can see we have nice 3 recall daemons up and running. So let's start the product. To start the product, we use an LTFS EE command, which is our main command to operate later on also the product. You can find this LTFS EE command under opt bin LTFS EE bin. I used it now with the parameter start and /IBM glues, which in our case is our GPFS file system where we were going to use for LTFS EE. And now we can see on the screen it is up and running and ready for usage. So I can show you now a simple command already for operation. I just used LTFS EE info tapes command to display the tapes, the physical tapes which are detected by the LTFS EE product in the logical library, and they're going to display it on the screen, and you can see if they are associated to a pool or so. We have now installed the LTFS EE product and configured it just within a couple of minutes. Now it's ready to go and use for further operations, and everything is of course wonderful.